Hey, what's up, guys? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. Thanks for being here. Check it out. It's another draft booster that we're going to open up and pick the cards out of. We're going to see which cards I would select if I pick this pack up in a draft. I'm excited. Let's see what we can get out of this draft booster pack and what we would pick, more importantly. So we have Plummet, Evolving Wilds, Unblinking Observer, Diagraph Horde, Candlelit Cavalry, Lambolt Harrier, Hobbling Zombie, Gavany Trapper, Burdenmire, Necro Synthesis, Cathartic Pyre, Unnatural Moonrise, Smoldering Egg, Forest, and we have a foil in this one, Cathar Commando, and then we have our tokens. Okay, just looking at this pack, I feel like it's an interesting pack. Definitely some interesting cards out of here, including the rare. The rare is Smoldering Egg, and it's a dragon egg. It's a defender only. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana spent to cast the spell. Then if Smoldering Egg has 7 or more ember counters on it, remove them and transform Smoldering Egg. And it transforms into Azimuth Dragon. It's a 4/4 flyer. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Azimuth Dragon deals 2 damage to any target. That's pretty good. Whew. You know what? I've really gotten to like red in this format. I think I mentioned that in the other video. I think I would just pick this first. Smoldering Egg. I mean, it's a defender. It only costs 1 and a red, so it can defend. It's 0/4. So against some of the very early enemies, I think this will be fine. And in a red-blue sort of a deck, which is what I think this should be in, you're going to be casting a lot of spells, and getting up to 7 ember counters shouldn't be that hard. You can transform it into a pretty good creature. So let's pick Smoldering Egg number 1. Okay, and you know what? I think we're going to go with Cathartic Pyre number 2, another red card. Choose one. Cathartic Pyre deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or you can discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. Wow. 3 damage to any target is great already. I would take it just for that. And it has the bonus of being able to do some card selection by discarding 2 and drawing 2, or 1 even, if that's what you wanted to do. Really nice. I would take that for sure. So the first 2 picks are red. All right, now what, though? Now what? I think we'll go with Diagraph Horde. We talked about this card in the last pack. It didn't get picked as high in this pack. I don't think this pack's as good as the last pack, for sure. Diagraph Horde, as we know, when it enters the battlefield, you get 2/2 zombie creature tokens with Decayed, and you can exile up to 2 cards from graveyards, and it's a 3/4 for 4 and a black. You get lots of stuff in one card built in. Scary to play against, for sure. Diagraph Horde. Yep, we're going to go with that. Third pick. I used to really like Hobbling Zombie a lot more. I feel like I've come down on Hobbling Zombie. I think I'm going to pick Gavany Trapper next. I've been playing a lot of white recently, and Gavany Trapper is really great. Even though it's 0/2, he's like one of the guys that can tap down your opponent's creatures for 2, and tapping him, you tap something else down. That is really nice. Some of the tap down abilities are much more expensive than that, or you have to tap more creatures. I'm thinking of the blue creature that you have to tap 3 to tap, 1 down. This is just 2 mana and tap him. Really good value. And with a 0 power, a lot of people like to use him to sort of get Coven going, because you have 0, and then you have 1, and a 2, or a 3, or 4, and you've got Coven pretty easily with Gavany Trapper. So I would pick Gavany Trapper. It comes down really early in the game as well. I do like that. Next, I think we're going to go with, yeah, let's go here. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do it in this order. Candlelit Cavalry. It's a 5/5 for 5. So it's right on in terms of value, I feel. With Coven, it gets Trample, which is okay. Pretty good, actually. But 5/5 is a pretty strong creature in this format. You have a lot of creatures that have like 2 power, 1 power, or 2 toughness, 1 toughness even. And so 5/5 is going to be one of your bigger creatures. I do like Candlelit Cavalry quite a bit. I know, like, whenever I play against it, I really hate when this card comes down. And a lot of times I judge a card by when it gets played against me. Do I hate it when it comes down? I really do hate it when Candlelit Cavalry comes down. And for green, I really like Bird Admirer. It's a 1/4. So pretty good defender. Has reach as well. So it can, like, block all those annoying disturbed creatures that have, like, 1 and 2 power. Bird Admirer will do that very nicely for you. Only costs 2 and a green. But when it turns to night, it has reach with 3/5. And that's really going to prevent your opponent from really wanting to attack into this. 3/5 has really nice stats. I love the defensive stat of 5 with a good power stat of 3. Bird Admirer is something that's really come up in terms of how much I like it. Used to not be very high on my radar at all, but has really climbed the ranks. So we're going with Bird Admirer next. So 2 green cards in a row. All right, I think that's it for green for now. We're going to go with the Hobbling Zombie next. And Hobbling Zombie, these 2/2s with Death Touch are, I feel like, always pretty good cards in whatever set they're in. Hobbling Zombie is no different. I feel like I just haven't played black as much recently. It's probably because people are drafting in black and really thinning out black. So, the black decks, you just don't see them as much. Black and blue, you probably don't see as much just because too many people are trying to get them. And then they thin out the whole draft out of the black cards. But Hobbling Zombie is good, especially, I believe, in black and blue, where he's more of a defender. People don't want to attack into Hobbling Zombie because of Death Touch. And when he dies, he gets replaced by a 2/2 black zombie token with Decayed, which is great. I mean, not great, but it's nice that something actually happens when he dies. And so sometimes it kind of sucks to have to attack into this guy. So, pretty good. I would take him. What am I taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7? I don't know. Okay, now we're getting down to it. Definitely Cathar Commando is coming next. It's a foil, too, so that's nice. I've talked about him before as well. When he comes down, it's only 1 and a white. It has flash. So basically, Cathar Commando can come down and block somebody that has toughness 3 and kind of be a removal spell for that. But there's not a whole lot of artifact and enchantment removal in this set, and Cathar Commando does that too. So that's like a little bonus that hopefully nobody forgets, because there are a lot of especially annoying enchantments that can stop your guys in this set, and Cathar Commando can stop that. Same thing with artifacts, like Mask of Grizzlebrand. That sucks to have to play against that. And you can just have Cathar Commando come in and take care of that. I love having Cathar Commando in my white decks, and he's not typically a very high pick, so you'll see him kind of mid and lower. So he'll be around for you. Okay, next. I think we'll have to go with Lambolt Harrier. It's a 2/2 for 2. And it also has the ability to target creature can't block this turn if you pay 3 in a red, which isn't the best in terms of cost, but at least it has that. It might come in handy sometime. 2 for 2 for 2 is not bad. I'm always picking this card sort of late when I'm in need of some red creatures just to fill up the board to block for me or kind of sit there. Lambolt Harrier does that job in red especially. I haven't really played green-red still. The Wolves deck, maybe this might be good in that deck as well. Probably is. But otherwise, it's just what it is. It's just an okay card. A lot of these other cards aren't that great, though. Yeah. So I think what we'd go next is Evolving Wilds, I guess. If I really, this is what I'll take if I really don't see anything else in the pack, because there might be a reason to splash a color, which doesn't really happen in this set too much. But if I need to splash a third color, Evolving Wilds is always going to be good for that, and you'll want to pick it. And so I'll pick it just in case, especially if the other cards are not really desirable. Necrosynthesis is something I guess I'd pick next. It's an aura where you can enchant a creature, and then that creature has, whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. I've actually died to this card before. I just couldn't kill the creature. It became too big. I didn't have any removal. So I think this can do well. It's not something I particularly want or would like to play, but I think it's pickable and can do okay in a pinch. Just, it's not that great of a card. I guess if you're playing the Wolves red-green deck, this might be a pretty good card for you. It can just force night, it becomes night. So that's what it says on the card. And then also gives a creature +1/+0. And if that creature deals damage, you can draw a card, flashes back. So overall, really nice, actually, because the werewolves come out to play at night. And so a natural Moonrise would be great for that. It's just too bad the werewolves deck is not a very good one in the format, which is so silly for Midnight Hunt. Last two cards, I don't know. Plummet is something you always see sort of at the end. Really great in the sideboard, I guess, if you see a deck with lots of flyers or a big flyer or two that you really need to get rid of. Plummet will do that job really nicely, but not a card you'd really put in your main. And then Unblinking Observer, I don't know. This guy can help you have, extra mana if you're casting instants or sorceries or disturbed cards. I'm really torn on either one of these last pick. I don't really think they're that good. If you're playing green, you pick Plummet. If you're playing blue, you pick Unblinking Observer. I guess we would go like this one first, and then last pick is Plummet. So let's just go through what we did. Plummet is our last pick. Then the Unblinking Observer, Unnatural Moonrise, Necrosynthesis, Evolving Wilds, Lambolt Harrier, Cathar Commando, Hobbling Zombie, Burdenmire, Candlelit Cavalry, Gavany Trapper, Diagraph Horde, Cathartic Pyre is pick 2, and Smoldering Egg, the rare, is our first pick. There we have it. The rare is our first pick this time, especially if we can get it to change into the Azimuth Dragon. That thing is a beast. Azimuth Dragon, pretty awesome. Thanks for watching. As always, let me know what you think. If you think the pick should be different, be happy to hear from you. And otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.